All right, round two. It was my screw up. We had some feedback loops going on our end. So on my end, actually. So welcome to the podcast, Men Talk 2, #1 podcast in Tennessee. I'm gonna claim that right now.
Go ahead
and claim it. Then we're gonna go worldwide. But actually, we're gonna go U.S. and then we're gonna go worldwide. How about that? So #1 podcast in Tennessee. We doing our thing. You know, we had several subjects earlier. Our actually based on relationships. We're still doing relationship stuff. We know some other topics here and there, but this is mainly about men, talking about men stuff, and women just so happen to be the topic of conversation. So we talk about women all the time. Just want y'all to know. Women, sports, probably alcohol, and I don't know, money. Yeah. Money is involved in that too, but those are probably the main subjects. That men talk about in no specific order, but I think women are on the top of the list. Let me go ahead and say that too, because like I said in my last one about the potential, girl was bad. Girl was bad. She could have got it, but you know, that's how we do when we talk about women. But anyway, this week y'all getting a special treat because we normally release on Thursdays, but it's Saturday. We're doing it live. We probably have actually, we are going to have a round two of this particular subject, which is red flags. We talking about red flags in relationships. We talking about red flags in marriage. Before you get engaged, involved in commitments, in all that stuff, we talking about red flags. Hey, feel free. I'm going to tell y'all now. We got the website up on the Facebook page. Y'all can hit us up. We can get live comments right on the air. And y'all can chime in and say your piece about red flags, or if you have a red flag that you've experienced, feel free to go to the web page and on the Facebook page and drop that. Get involved. We're gonna talk about red flags. You can be married and still have red flags. You can still, yeah. I'm just saying, because it's plenty of them out there that's going through some stuff, and red flags going all over the place. So I'm gonna keep saying red flags because that's the topic of the show. So let's get at it, man. Let's talk red flags. I got a list of stuff that I've been researching for the last week, and I'm gonna just drop some in no particular order, and we just gonna discuss it. And like I said, if you want to comment, and we get you on the air, you can say your piece, and even if you disagree, you can still come in, call in, and say what you want to say. All right. So with that being said, let's get at it. First one. Oh, you got something to say? You want to say something?
Dude, I don't know. I'm throwing.
Oh, you didn't get the list, did you?
Throw it off by your list, so I'm sitting there like I'm going off the dome on this one.
Okay,
so,
trust me, you got a lot.
Y'all gonna get my initial reaction to some of these.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, and he getting it fresh just like everybody else is. So, first one, I'm gonna say the guy or the girl lies about everything or omits stuff from a story. I would think that would be a huge red flag. And it ain't got to be no big deal like I was out with my boys and I really wasn't out with my boys, but I was out with my boys and we was doing this and other. It could be something as simple as I took one way home, but I actually said I was going to go another way. Or I stopped by somebody's house and I really didn't. Justifying what you was doing.
Yeah.
By telling a little white lie. If that's what you want to call it.
Or my favorite line, we ain't together, why I gotta
explain or share.
It's like you ain't gotta explain or anything, but if you tell me something, tell me the truth.
Right. And they ain't gotta worry about taking you at your word when something else come up. That's number one. I'm not gonna number them. I'm just gonna rattle them off. So like I said, feel free to comment or leave some comments in the comment section if you got anything you want to talk about, or leave them later. I mean, we'll read them. Actually, probably we'll read them on the next show because we're going to do red flags back to back. So we're going to have 2 weeks of red flags.
I'd love to get one of you ladies on here for, y'all
call in, say something.
Intake, input.
Say what you got to say and be respectful. Let me say that too. Don't come in here calling crazy, talking about this, that, and the other. I know how some ratchet folks are.
I ain't even say it this time.
I said it this time, damn it, and I meant it. But anyway, lack of motivation. And what I mean by lack of motivation is you get the girl or you get the guy. I guess I'm gonna actually tailor this more toward the men, okay? If you are into a female and you get the first one off as far as the date is concerned, and then you just drop off. I'm gonna tie this in with ghosting and reappearing too. Okay.
At me next time.
At me.
Hey, I got that bad sometimes.
Ghosting and reappearing, the same thing as lack of motivation. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time on a date or dates, and all of a sudden, I have no motivation to do anything to hang out with you more. Same thing as ghosting. Hey, I disappeared for a week or so or whatever. Then I all of a sudden reappear, and yeah, let's go out on a date. I consider that lack of motivation too. You have no get up and go as far as wanting to spend time with the person that you're trying to get at. So that's number 2. I said I wasn't gonna name her, but I'm gonna number them anyway. This is hard for men. I'm gonna say this right off the bat: lack of communication. Well, let me change that. Lack of consistent communication. You know, women like to have they need the whole story. I said this before. They need the whole story. They need they need details. They need color. They need picture. They need to make sure you don't color outside the lines, that type of deal. They want every aspect of what happened, when it happened, where it happened, who it happened with, why did it happen, the whole nine. We can just say, hey, look, I was down the street hanging out with my boys. That's it. We ain't got to say you what we was doing. We was hanging out with the boys. We ain't got to say, oh, we left at 5:30 and it's supposed to be 6 and, you know, stuff like that. we take off early, leave late, whatever. We don't do details. We do the overall general story. Hey, I was there. We hung out. I came back home.
So is it a red flag to you when they hit you with the who was there, like trying to get all the intricacies?
I don't know. It depends on what stage of the relationship you're in. I'll put it that way. For me, that's what it be for me. If we ain't tight, or exclusive, or, you know, committed, exclusive, whatever, I'm not giving you all the details. Or we just hanging out, just me and the boys just hanging out, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Now, if you met my boys, and and they know that we are committed and we're exclusive, then yeah, I'm gonna give you all the details. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. But it ain't gonna be to the point, like I said in the last time, it ain't gonna be no pillow talk type stuff. No.
We don't do that.
We don't do pillow talk type stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what happened that day. And I'm not gonna admit anything either. Admit and omit anything either. But, you know, you draw your conclusions of whatever it is you want to draw your conclusions on. So that's that one. Like I said, I got a bunch of them. Let's do this one. Money. I got a lot when it comes to money, okay? And y'all know my deal when it comes to money. I have no problem with spending money on a date. I actually should have a budget, but I don't. Like I'm gonna quote Anthony O'Neill again. He's a podcaster / broadcaster on radio, but he has a specific set amount that he spends on a date every single time. And if you don't fall within that budget, you don't get nothing from him. Or you pick up the tab after whatever the budget is. So now here's my thing, fellas, ladies. Be considerate when you spending somebody else's money. That's all I got to say about that. Be considerate. You know this dude, I don't know if you know or not, but some people ain't got it like they portray they do. And they go in a hole trying to impress you. that shouldn't be that way, because if you really trying to get to this person or at this person, you would be considerate of their wallet, their pay status, their whatever. And I'm sure y'all had this conversation before, and if not, you need to have that conversation. That being said, I'm moving on, because money is a very touchy subject to me and everybody else, I'm sure, especially if you ain't making that much money. So, moving on. No personal accountability. It's always somebody else's fault. This is we talking red flags now. This is always somebody else's fault that the situation didn't work out with the exes or the current person that you with now. It's two sides to a story. I would think us as black folks, we don't like to put our business out in the street, but if one is hurt, they're going to put their business out in the street. So be ready for that. So not taking responsibility or accountability, holding yourself accountable for what happened in the relationship is a total red flag. If you always pointing the finger at somebody else did it, somebody else did this, you was always the victim in a relationship, more than likely you had something to do with them, you being a victim. Because you said something that triggered that other person to say whatever they said, and then it blew up. So personal accountability. Have some, take ownership of what you had to do in a relationship that caused it to go awry, and we're gonna keep it moving. I'm blowing through these, man. Actually, that's gonna be my next one. Talking bad about your ex.
Hey, I'll say this. I'll say this.
Go ahead and say what you got to say, big
hold
dog.
on. In my Jesus voice, I'll tell you what. So, like, y'all hear me joking all that other stuff about my baby mama or whatever. But at this point, that's what it is. It's all jokes and fun and all that. But one thing I don't do is I don't talk bad about her to nobody else. Like, because for me, I wouldn't want to hear a woman sitting there telling me about how horrible her ex was, because you only giving me your side of the story.
Exactly.
And it's like, I know in our situation, I wasn't perfect either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why we exes.
So if I sit there and like just dog her, then for one, that make me look bad.
Because you was with her.
Because I was with her.
Yep.
Two, it's like, really, like, you ain't got nothing good to say about her.
Nothing.
So it was all bad. So yeah, like I sit there, I joke, cut up, all that other stuff, talking shit. But at the end of the day, I still love her to death.
There you go. That wasn't pointed at him, just so y'all know. But that's a red flag.
We know I do be on here, You
be on her. You do be on her. I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but yeah, talking bad about your ex, man. I mean, it's a reason why they're ex. You should be able to deal with that, bury that, deal with that, and keep it moving. I would think. Well, let me say this too. I don't have anything to say about none of my exes either. I don't have something neither good or bad. That's just me, because it's none of y'all business what happened.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't say either. It's like, what happened?
It's none of your business.
I give you a generic ass answer.
I won't even give you an answer. It's none of your business what happened. We ain't together. It didn't work. I moved on. She moved on. That's it. That's the same thing I told one of my daughters who asked me that same question. What happened between y'all? It didn't work. We didn't agree. We moved on.
It's funny. I had a conversation with my youngest daughter the other day, or the other night, and I told, like, I ain't going into detail, because like I told her, I was like, I never really tell y'all everything that happened between me and your mama, because that's none of your business. Because I don't want y'all to look at her in a certain way,
right?
And I said that's why it used to kill me that whenever me and y'all mama would be into it with y'all, even at a young age, she would put y'all in it,
right?
And it's just like, it ain't none of the kids' business. I never tried to argue in front of the kids.
Right.
Like, I just sit there and look at her and watch her go off. And then whenever we ain't around the kids, then it's my turn.
You can get the business when the kids ain't around. But if they're around in front of you, somebody need to take a step back and walk out. Walk away, get your head right, and come back and get things settled. They say don't go to bed angry, but I done went to bed mad, pissed off, angry, and everything else. and took it over into the next day. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But never talk bad about your exes, whoever they are. Even if they want to know, don't tell them, because like Rick just said, you only getting one side of the story. You ain't getting her point of view of it or his point of view of it. All you getting is how they treated you wrong, how they mistreated you, and how they did ran you in the ground, and so forth and so on. Ain't nothing good coming out of that situation. Like you said, the view is gonna be skewed when they see you out somewhere. Oh, that's that motherfucker right there who did and he did this wrong, and he did this wrong. That's all they got to say.
Cause then when, like, say if y'all do take it to that next step, you and that person, and then, you know, all right, now the ex got to come around depending on how old your kids are or whatever, kids, right? Yeah. So now when your ex come around and she see y'all acting all cool, gonna be like, but I thought she did this to you. Like, well, how can you be cool with?
Right. And she still got that picture of she ain't shit. She ain't got the picture y'all done worked it out and it's cool or whatever. She got the whole you ain't shit, you ain't never been shit, you ain't never been about shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, so forth and so on. That's her picture. And
that's another reason why you don't talk shit about your whoever you with or your ex on social media, because whenever you back with them, now you love them again.
Right. We all in love, but the last post was that motherfucker he ain't about this.
He don't wash his ass.
He pee on the toilet seat. Now, all that type stuff.
Now 3 days later, you back with the dirty motherfucker.
Yeah. Wipe it off toilet seats before you sit down on it. With your nasty ass. No. I'm just playing. Yeah, I'll keep some wet wipes in there. Keep some wet wipes. Yeah. Red flags, man. That's what we talking about today. Here's a good one. Being obsessive and possessive. Obsessed and possessive. Two different things, but they all zero in on one person. If you're obsessed with a person, say, I saw him across the room, I saw her across the room, I gotta have him. I'm obsessed because I'm into everything they do. It could be walking across the floor. It could be how they drink water, how they do this, and how they dress this way, and how they make their hair this way, and color, and this, that, and the other, and what they wear, and who they associate with. That's being obsessive. That's losing yourself in somebody. That's what you don't want to do. And if somebody's out there doing that to you, I wish I had a flag thing on the drum machine over here. That's a huge red flag. If somebody's into you that much, they know you more than you know yourself. They being obsessive. Now, possessive, everybody know what possessive is. You tell a motherfucker, look, I'm going here, and he say no, or she say no, I wish you would. This, that, and the other. Possessive. Obsessive. Y'all know what them is. If you don't know the words, look them up. But if you're going through that type of stuff, throw a red flag. I ain't gonna say get up out of it immediately, but you might want to start backing off. I'm just saying, it'll save you a whole lot of heartache in the long run, because it ain't gonna stop just because y'all got together. It's probably gonna get worse, because the obsessive person is gonna put you on a pedestal, so nobody can get to you. But he can treat you however he want to treat you, talk crazy to you, whoop your ass, whatever you want to do. I don't know why I'm coming from the male. Well, I guess because I'm a man, coming from the male point of view. But women out there fighting and knocking folk out and giving black eyes too. So
yeah,
same thing, fellas. If you got a woman that's crazy possessive, you can't talk to another female. I don't care if it's your mama, your sister, your auntie, none of that. They see you out with somebody and they just go all in without not knowing who the person is. You might want to check them on that. I'm just saying, possessive. And I've been in one relationship like that, and it was not fun. And I'm not going to go through the details of that, but I had to back off.
Oh, and I realized what you were talking about, the red flag that I told you, that I told somebody last night.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. This my one. And ladies, this one for y'all. Like I'm going to side with y'all on this one, because we always try to look at everything from both both perspectives, both sides of the field, all that. Look, man. Look. Y'all can't be out here in these 6, 7, 8 year relationships.
Wow.
Like, come on, bro. Like, this man ain't asked you to marry him, or maybe he did ask you to marry him, and like how long y'all gonna drag it on? Like, us men know within about 6 to 8 months if we want to marry you or not.
We know.
That don't mean we gonna say let's get married in 6 to 8 months, but if y'all get together longer than 2 years, 3 years, and ain't no engagement, ain't nothing, like,
ain't no ring shopping, ain't no wedding dress looking at, ain't no vacation hooked up. You know, come on now. I mean,
and I don't care. Like, some man, y'all can call me a simp for that or whatever, for giving the game, but it is what it is. Like, hey, yeah, 6, 7 years and nothing, no forward movement. We just playing house. Let that shit go.
Well, true. I totally agree. Wholeheartedly agree. But you got people out there that made it that way and made it work for them. The norm. Like Goldie Hawn and the other guy, Kurt Russell. They ain't married, but they've been together a lifetime. They done had kids, and they still together. They ain't even married. They should be married by default.
I say this though, like, whenever you have that much in play, like financial, all that, I can kind of understand that, because then it gets sticky if it don't work. But we talking about the average person. Well,
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that they made it work, but I'm not saying. Well, actually, I'm saying they should have done something a long time ago too.
But see, true. But if neither one of them wanted marriage, that's one thing.
True.
I'll say that. But let's just be honest. 9 out of 10 times, the lady, she wants marriage.
Correct.
And she gonna stick it out 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years, thinking at some point he not. If y'all that far in and he ain't, he not.
Let me tell you why. Because ain't nobody communicated it.
And I'll say this. That's part of the reason.
Yeah.
Me and my baby mom didn't work out like that.
Right.
Like one of the reasons was I wanted marriage. She didn't.
At least she was honest about it. After the fact, I mean, but still.
But so you know, it like that was one of many reasons, but it's just like we know.
Yeah, I dated a girl who didn't want marriage. I wanted marriage, but she didn't want marriage, and it didn't work. I mean, because I was always looking at, you know what, we work, we click, we mesh, we got everything going on. We see eye to eye on stuff. I mean, some stuff we disagree on, but it ain't to the point we out here fighting and talking crazy. We just speak our point, we disagree, and we go on about our business. Or we agree, fix it, and keep it moving. I dated a person like that. They didn't want marriage. They was done with marriage. I mean, the person that they married before dogged them. I mean, straight dogged them. I mean, to the point that she was traumatized by that deal. Now, speaking of trauma, if you want to go back and listen to the other podcast about the mental health issues, which we just had, you might want to look that up, and hopefully that'll get you some help as well. So all this is tying into stuff that we've done before. If y'all ain't getting the picture, red flags, mental health, hoes in the housewives. I'm just saying. It all ties in. This is the end of the year, man. We're trying to have a little fun and let y'all get y'all minds right for the new year. 2022 is here. Y'all might as well get ready. Let me do another one. You know what? Here's one that shocked me, and it made me step back and look at a whole lot of stuff. And this might be a hitter for everybody. You got the right person, but you met him at the wrong time. Y'all click, y'all do this and that, none other. Y'all hang out, y'all have fun, y'all good around each other's friends, this and another. But he or she ain't got their stuff together as far as their money or their mental status or whatever. Perfect person to be with.
Well, I'm gonna need you to at me on some of these, man, because I feel like you're talking about me, bro.
Some of these are mine. Some of these are off the internet. So,
but that shows that everybody goes through
that situation. right person, it could be the one, but you met them at the wrong time in their life, or they met you at the wrong time in your life. You didn't have your shit together. They didn't have their shit together. It ain't gonna work because y'all keep missing each other.
And what'd be funny about that, if you break it down, if you got that female best friend, 9 out of 10 times that was her.
That was her.
That was her. 9 out of 10 times that was her. Like
the one you can go to and talk to, and y'all boys, and y'all just you know what I mean, boys. I mean, y'all sit around and hang out and watch football and talk about whatever, and you got no boundaries with that person because y'all know each other so well. That's what I'm talking about. Right person, wrong time. It happens. I hate to say it, but that was one of mine, actually. I'm gonna say that too. Rushing into a relationship quickly, rushing into sex quickly, meeting the family so quick, putting everything out in the front street so quick that you want to be in a relationship. If that has happened to you, if your timeline is I want to do 6 months out before I meet my mama or my dad or whatever, and I want to have sex a year from now or whatever, but the other person is trying to pressure you into doing all the stuff now just to get you into a relationship, you might want to look at that.
I ain't waiting no year for no sex.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting fictional timelines on stuff. Yeah, if that person is rushing you into some stuff, hey, I want to marry you in 6 months, or my bad, 3 months, then you might want to look at that. I'm just saying, because nobody knows nobody in 3 months fully that you can actually spend your life with.
I think my friend married his wife within like 3 or 4 months. But like we say, there's always an exception to the rule.
Exactly.
So,
you got, but I'm talking about just your average.
Yeah.
I met her on Tinder,
and I'm
we smashed on the first date, and then all of a sudden she or he wants to get married.
Yeah.
Or let's move in together, or some bullshit like that.
Do you think smashing on the first date is a red flag?
No.
All right.
In this day and time, no. Back when I was coming up, yes.
Because, I mean...
in my time, you put in the work before you got the cookies. That's probably where Steve Harvey got his think like a man, act like a woman traits from.
But see, I tell everybody, because sometimes, some people will talk 2-3 weeks before they go out on their first date. So right. You
get the basics now.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I like seafood. I don't like seafood. I like red pasta. I like white pasta. I like this. I like this type of stuff. That's just the general basic stuff you want to know before you go out on somebody's date.
See, for me, I tell somebody, because I'm horrible with the little texting and the small talk and all that. I tell them hey, I think blah, blah, blah. I want to get to know you. I'm not great at texting and all that stuff. Let's do lunch or dinner, whichever you feel comfortable with, so we can get to know each other.
Right. Now, I'm great at texting. And I'm going to tell you point blank, I am great at texting.
See, I'm an overthinker, so I'll sit there and think about a text 10, 15 minutes before I send it. So be like, look, might even call one of my friends or my sister. Somebody be like, hey, they said this. Should I say this? Like I overthink it.
Just go with it, man. I mean, because all they going to do is respond the same way. They going with it, too. Just go with the flow. I learned that the hard way, too. Try not to read too much into texting unless it was meant that way. And you know what I mean? You cussing somebody out, and then you thinking they playing around. They actually cussing your ass out. You might want to look into that too. But I'm a great texter. Not so much a person that, well, that's a lie, because I've done that a lot too. Never mind, y'all. I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Huge red flag for me. I think if you scared to be alone, you get out of one relationship, you right back in another one. You get out of another relationship, you just get back in another one. You just jumping from relationship to relationship without actually processing why you broke up, why everything is all jacked up, and why you taking the same stuff over into the new relationship. So you scared to be alone to deal with whatever's going on in your previous relationships that causes you to keep going from one to one to one to one to one. Red flag. Scared to be alone. Yeah, we might not have a second one on this one because I'm blowing through all these. Oh, here's a good one. Circle of friends are toxic that you hang out with. So you know they say all the time, birds of a feather flock together. So if you got I'm gonna go on the guy's side. So I got 4 friends. One of them like to fuck all the time. He fucking in and everything he wants to. He hitting on everybody. Your wife, your girlfriend, blah blah blah. Does that make you that same guy? They like to go out and hit on folk and try and pick off.
it don't make you that same guy, but
why would you associate with that guy?
To somebody on the outside looking in,
you would think exactly.
It do,
and that's a red flag. Your circle of friends, you might want to check that too. And all the ones that's been through stuff and they talking bad about everything that's going on in life. That friend, you know, the one that has no optimistic views on nothing. You might want to check him too. Just going on the male side. I don't know about the female. I know females had this stuff too, but we talking about the male side. Somebody's always negative. Somebody's always putting everything down. They always got an issue with everything that's going on in life. You might want to check them. And there's your circle of friends is how you are judged as well. If you are getting into relationships with somebody, or you introducing them to somebody, your friends or whatever, you're gonna have some problems. Yeah, especially the one that like to fuck everybody.
So I got a red flag.
What's your red flag?
Ladies.
Ladies.
Now y'all gonna be mad at me on this one.
Be mad. But leave some comments in the thing about it.
I gave y'all one while I'm rocking with you. So I gotta give you one that's a big what the hell. All right, so unfortunately, on these dating apps.
Like I just said, Tinder.
On the dating apps, Facebook dating, Tinder, whatever. Whatever.
Whatever you use.
Like, come on now.
Ashley Madison.
Your first.
I had to throw that in there.
Your first line of nowhere in your dating profile should you put, I'm a mother of 3 and my kids come first. Like, ladies,
who does not know that?
Your kids should come first automatically. For me, if I'm reading my kids come first, like the mother of 3, cool, whatever, but my kids come first line. That's what a episode of Family Guy, that's what grinds my gears. So, as a man with kids, we understand your kids come first. Your kids should come first. So, by you putting my kids come first, to me, that says at some point in your life, your kids did not come first.
Exactly.
So are you at the point now to where now you putting them first, or have they always been first, or what? Because like that's one of them things that, like, that's an understood.
That's a huge red flag for me. Like you said, that's huge. I got 3 kids, and I tell everybody I got 3 kids. You should automatically know if some shit go down with my kids, I'm out. Period.
I had one time, Lee, give me a hypothetical, right?
Oh, hell, here we go.
And she hit me with so if we had reservations somewhere, so, you know, fancy somewhere, reservation, so, you know, you got to be on time. Mm-hmm. She was like, if your baby mama was to call and say that she had a flat tire, what would you do?
I mean, what should I do?
And I told her, I was like, I'm gonna go change the tire for her. We gonna be running late because 9 out of 10 times my kids are in the car with her. True. I'm not finna leave my kids sitting on the side of the road so I can go have a fucking $30, $40, $50 steak dinner.
True. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
And for her, that she didn't like that answer, so I was just like, on to the next.
Yeah, bitch, you fucked up. How about that?
Cause like what I'm gonna do? Leave her sitting on the side of the road, which we not together. My kids ain't with me, so they got to be with her.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So I'm gonna just leave her sitting on the side of the road.
Which means you putting your kids first, ladies.
So us men, we put
some of us men. I ain't gonna say all, because some of y'all got some deadbeat. I ain't working. I'm laying up on my baby mama type stuff going on. But I'm not gonna talk about that either, because that
them the type of dudes you like.
Ugh. It chaps my ass, as some Western folks would say. It chaps my ass.
But yeah, so stop putting
in your description right off the bat.
Or remove it.
Yeah.
Remove it. If you got it in there, if you got my kids come first, take that shit out. Take it out.
We get that. A real guy, male, would understand that. Yeah. That's come on, y'all. Stop being stupid. Let's see. We already covered that one. We covered that one. Triggers. What do you mean by triggers? My boyfriend used to do that. That made me mad. It could be rub my lower back. That pissed me off. Triggers. Triggers you done brought from the previous relationship, and you discussing it with this guy or girl after they done it, and you going all off and going all in on this guy because he didn't know or she didn't know. I'm trying to get both sides of the story on this, men and women.
That's why we got, no matter what, we're going to have to double back on this one whenever we got a lady.
We got to get females involved in this.
We got a lady or two that are willing to come on and.
I got one. I can call her.
Discuss the thing.
No, I'm saying she might. Yeah, she will come on. She will. She says she don't care. That was Elaine from the other show. She said she don't care. She'll come back and talk about it.
That's what's up. And I like her takes too, so
Yeah, man. she got some good quips.
Hey, she everybody puts ain't good.
Everybody's wop ain't good. That's what she said. And I'm quoting her verbatim. Everybody's wop ain't good. I was like, okay, yeah. At least she was honest about it. Yeah. We gotta get her back on, because she has some good ones on there. Wow. Like I said, I blew all through all these. That was pretty quick for a red flags deal. Oh, here's one for the fellas. Red flag. How do you treat your mom? Are you cussing her out? Are you talking crazy to her? Are you actually, helping her when she need help? Yeah, man. Huge red flag for women to look and see how the guy treats his mom. Now, I understand if you do not have one, or you was raised by foster parents or whatever, adopted, whatever, the principle should still apply. You should be able to say, this guy treats his mom well, which means she's a female, which means I'm a female, which means I'm going to get treated well. That's how they look at it.
And I'll tell you one thing with me. So my mom's disabled, so she lives with me. Mm-hmm. And it'd be rough dating whenever, somebody find that out. And it's like, it ain't like I'm living. It
shouldn't be rough.
It ain't like I'm living with her. Like, she's staying here with me, know. But it'd be like whatever.
And them type of women, and I'm gonna say this right off the bat, you're not mature enough to deal with that type of deal.
Right.
I'm just gonna say that. And if I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, if you think it's a whole nother thing or whatever, put it in the comments.
And one thing about that situation, like I love my mama to death. Like, it's been me and her my whole life.
Exactly. That's the way you should have your dude with you.
And so I know, like, when that time come, like, I probably lose my shit, Lee.
Yeah. And that's all mamas.
And
unless they wasn't shit.
And it's like we with our relationship, I love her to death. Like, we got our times, but it's like
who don't?
She here, so it's like
right.
You get on my nerves sometimes.
Right.
Like I told the other day. Cause and I told you this, how she was just like, sometimes I think you don't want me. I'm like, sometimes I don't want my kids live with me. Sometimes I want to walk around my house butt ass naked.
Mama, stop playing.
Like
stop playing, mama. Like he said, if he didn't want you around, you wouldn't be here. Plain and simple. You wouldn't be here. We be making some arrangements to have you somewhere else.
Be like, how much is your disability check?
Right.
All right. So how much would I have to put with it
On
if
top
I
of that
put
to
you
get
with
you, mama. Now, ladies, we playing, but we serious.
Yeah.
We serious. How you treat your mama is the way you gonna treat your woman. You gonna take a bullet for your mama.
So on that note,
Uh-oh.
and I've seen this come up a few times or whatever.
Uh-oh.
In the past, on the book. Who sits in the front seat with you, your mama or your wife?
Your wife. I'm gonna kill that right off the rip.
Hold on. I ain't never even use no sound effect, but this queued up for I don't know why, but
Your wife.
So and the reason, like what's your reason?
That's your wife. Period.
And what be funny is people be like, oh my mama, and I'm like, all right,
you crazy as
so you know me, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. But I do know the Bible because I grew up in a Christian home.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife come before everybody, right?
Everybody.
According to the book that you did,
the vows you took, for better or worse, good or bad, rich or poor, sickness and health, all that. Your wife comes before your mama. You leave your family to go with your wife. That's in the good book too.
Now, if my wife just so happened to choose to jump in the back seat,
that's on her.
That's on her.
But she better not say a damn thing about getting in the back seat after she offered. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Your wife better be in the front seat with you unless she give up her seat willingly. Anybody else want to have some comments on that? Leave them in the section down below. Matter of fact, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, get all that out the way, and then leave the comments in there because this is going to be on Facebook too. Or you can leave them on the Facebook page. It don't matter. I mean, on YouTube. Leave them on both of them. I'm going to read both of them anyway. If you got some problems with that. Your wife should always come first. If you married. Boyfriend and girlfriend stuff? No.
That's different.
That's a whole nother story. That shouldn't even be an argument. I don't even know why that's an argument.
So, and I don't know if we talked about this before. Who would you put first in a situation like this? Someone, your kids, or like say you and their mama still together. Who you put first, your kids or the mama?
Are we exes?
Nah, y'all together.
The wife still comes first. God, man, wife, kids, family. That's how it works for me. I'm just going to put it in. And if I'm wrong, like I said, you want to challenge that, challenge it all you want to. That's the way I think.
Because my thinking, same way.
Yeah.
So my thinking is this. All right, I'm the head of the household.
Yeah.
If I take care of my woman and she take care of the kids,
it shouldn't be no problems.
Then everybody's straight. I know everybody's straight because I'm taking care of her in order for her to take care of them. So I know we all good.
Right.
But if I'm skipping her, now I got to double back to be like, what's wrong with you? All right.
Right.
Like, nah.
Y'all should be a team. Literally a team tackling all these issues. And kids are an issue. I just want to put that out there too. They come up with some crazy stuff.
It's fun. It's funny you call them an issue because I tell everybody, you know, the big this another red flag too. I'm finna say it.
Put it out there.
I'm going now. You can't handle me,
bruh.
My favorite comeback to that is I handle kids and I handle my pets
and my money.
I shouldn't have to handle my woman. My woman's supposed to be my peace.
Right.
Not saying everything gonna be perfect, but
my woman is my go-to outside of God. If I'm handling you, that means we got some issues.
Like, yeah, that's a big red flag when a woman be
huge
like,
red flag.
I need a man that can handle me. Okay, why do I gotta handle you? Are you a dog or are you a kid?
Bitch, why you single? If you like being handled, why are you single right now? Ain't no man out there can handle you? No man. None. You got to put that out there? You going to stay single. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because ain't no man going to be sitting up here going toe-to-toe with you on a daily basis trying to handle you on any given situation. Period. So put that in the comment section, too, if you got some problems with that, too. Y'all know me. I don't care. Those that know me, and we'll put it that way. I don't care. Say what I got to say, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Here's another one. I think this is gonna be the last one, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna double back on some of these. We're gonna double back on all these because I, like you said, want a female's perspective on all of these, and I probably have some more that we can chime in on as well. Both of y'all don't see the eye to eye on your base values. Base values. Give me a base value.
Financials.
Financials.
Like one like to save and one likes to spend.
Yeah. Base values. We don't go out here and beat folks down. Base values. We don't kill each other. Base values. We don't argue in front of the kids. Base values.
Do you think two people with different religions can?
You love who you love. Love conquers all. And I honestly do believe that. Now, you're going to have to sacrifice some stuff in order to be with this person, or they're going to have to sacrifice some stuff to be with you. But you love who you love, and love conquers all. And you should be willing to sacrifice and give up some stuff in order to be with the person that you want to be with, that you say you are in love with, period. That's my take on it. Been there, done that, didn't work out, moving on.
So one of the big things for me, like I said, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I do believe in God, but there's a lot of things in the Bible that I don't agree with and question. Okay. So, but I'm one of them people, I know the Bible, but I do believe in God, and it's funny because I see all these people like, they're like, oh, I can't, I'm looking for somebody who's this, and my father is king, and if that ain't how you believe, it's like, how do you know? Just because that person might not go to church all the time,
right? Don't
mean that because my value. I grew up in a Christian home. My beliefs do lean more towards Christianity, but it's just not. I'm not I guess devout.
Yeah,
is the right term.
Yep. So here's the thing with me, and everything in the Bible is not meant for everybody. You mean like what? It could be anything. I could be a whole lot more, and I don't know why we're going spiritual, but let's go spiritual for a second. I could be a little bit more knowledgeable of the Bible, spiritual as far as my level in the Bible, versus a guy who just got into Christianity. I can do some stuff and be like, okay, I know that this ain't sinning or whatever, but the guy that just came in, that has no clue, that's just now picking up the Bible and reading it, watch you and see you doing stuff, he might have an issue with it, and it might cause him to say, you know what, this might not be for me. You shouldn't do that. And I learned that a long time ago too. If you spiritually here and somebody just coming in, you shouldn't be showing them stuff that you do because they ain't on your level yet. Let them graduate. Then they can figure out that, oh, okay, now I understand why they do this, and other, and they can do this and not get penalized for it. So that's what I guess I meant by that. I guess that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it happens all the time. Some you see people fall out of church because they saw a pastor do such a thing. He out drinking somewhere, have a glass of wine or whatever. Pastors ain't supposed to be drinking. Where does it say that in the Bible that you can't drink wine? It never says that. It ain't never said they drinking wine in the Bible. But to them, it's all about
it's like
actions.
It's like you said in one of the other episodes, though. Pastors out here knocking down everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was my first, how can I follow what you say on Sunday if I know what you're doing on Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Right. Yeah.
And I ain't talking about drinking.
Right. Some stuff is just dead ass wrong. Let's clear that up too. Some stuff is just dead ass wrong. You ain't supposed to be doing, period. You married. You ain't supposed to be out here sliding in nobody outside of your wife. But you got some people out here that do that. And got some proof that they did it too. 11, 12, 13, 15 years old little kids. But yeah, Let's get to top 5, man. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right. So first off, I'm finna. Hey, we got top 5 intro music now. Y'all know me. Like, I'm the audio guy recording all that. But now we got super producer Lee over here now.
Come on, man. Don't do that.
He produced the intro music and had me like. I was like, damn, who did this? And he was like, shit, I did. Like, all right, shit.
Hey, man. I told. Tom was gonna flip out if he watched this. He gonna be like, man, okay, I see you. But yeah, bro, I dabble. That's all I do. I dabble.
So here we go. Top 5 intro music.
Boy.
Gonna have to turn it up for him.
Hey, let's go.
It's the top 5. It's the
top 5, baby.
Top 5.
Hey, top 5. Let's get it. That's some club music, man. That's some booty shaking, twerking music.
5. Here we go.
The top 5.
That's all y'all get on that one.
Yeah, but I put that out there like that. Be like, I can't believe his old ass putting music out like that.
I ain't say it like that, but I was just like damn, where this come from?
Right.
Like shit. Hey, I know some rappers we can sell that too.
I'm gonna sell that beat. If anybody want that beat, you can have it.
I don't know, but we keeping that one.
I'll come over some more. All right, top 5, man. Let me delve into my. Actually, I'm gonna do the first one. The civil rights pioneer, Claudette Colvin. I think she was 66 or 76 or something like that. After 66 years, she had a record expunged because she didn't give up her seat on the bus. Same thing that the mother of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks, she got arrested. She got a little bit more notoriety. This happens before Rosa Parks.
Oh, this was before.
This was before Rosa Parks.
So I'm gonna say this: like when you sent me this, I was like, "Shit, that's what's up." But it's a damn shame it took 66
years. She 82 years old. She's still alive. She's still kicking. She finally does not have a record for not giving up her seat on a bus. She was tired, just like Rosa Parks. She didn't feel like moving. She probably worked 2 jobs or whatever she was doing back then. And this is down in Montgomery Court. Judge Calvin Williams signed an order saying that her record has been expunged. Of course, Alabama. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I forgot to say that part. And I don't mean, of course, Alabama, but, stuff happened back then in Alabama, down in the deep south. And
as y'all see on the screen, it's the articles from people.com.
But there you go. That was my number 1. I was like, yeah, we going to lead off like that. Sweet. I like it. All right, so number 2, and I got to exhale a lot on this one because this dude is giving us a bad name when it comes to women.
I already know which one you're going to.
I'm glad you know, so go ahead and put it up there, man. This dude right here is just straight up foul.
Damn, she thick, though.
Thick
oh,
the
my
death.
My bad.
The death. Anyway, we talked about her. We talked about him a couple of times before. His name is Tristan Thomas. He ain't got no middle name. Thompson, my bad. Thompson. Tristan Thompson, the guy. Who
NBA player. He played with the Cavaliers. I don't know who he with now.
He a basketball player. Let's just put it that way. And this the same dude that was messing with Khloe Kardashian.
Was they married?
No.
Okay.
They was never married. They just dated. And he slid in, dropped off a kid.
Did he have a baby with Khloe?
Yes.
Okay. That's.
But he was dating this chick at the same time.
Well, Khloe love her basketball players, don't she?
They run through athletes, man.
Yeah.
Except for the old girl.
They run through everybody, but
God, man. I didn't say that, Miss Kardashians.
Hey, Courtney, I'm sorry, baby. I ain't mean to talk about your sisters like that. You can hit me up anytime.
But yeah, you got to make some decisions on them decisions that you making. And on a side note, Kanye still trying to get his girl back.
I mean,
he's still living with old girl.
Who?
He living with a girlfriend trying to get his wife back.
For real? I ain't know he was living with a chick.
All that stuff popped up. I'm like, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. If I was him, I'd try to make my family work too.
Yeah,
because I mean, you could tell he love him.
But It's past that point. Like you cannot make nobody be with you that don't want to be with you. Evidently, you have scarred this girl for life, and she not trying to hear it.
And if you look at them like over the years, you can see how they started taking different paths.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see why,
like I said,
Kim wouldn't wanna.
They didn't have no time to get their shit together before they got married. They just jumped into it. That was my thing. Why you jumping into? You got all the time in the world. You ain't on nobody's job. All you gotta do is put out content and keep it moving. That's all you got to do. You ain't gotta punch no clock. You ain't gotta do none of that stuff. You got all the time to learn about what Kanye was about, what Kim was about, their families, the whole nine. Y'all jumping into this shit, and now it's blowing up in your face. And now he out here whining, talking about he want his wife back. But that's neither here nor there. Now, that Tristan Thompson, his dumb ass, he making it hard for us, man. He making it hard for us. This motherfucker talking about he ain't paying no child support. He's saying if Chloe let him come back, he gonna denounce everything about this girl and the kid that he just had with this girl. So you gonna put the kid that's involved in this out of the situation too?
So this one of them times where
he need to be slapped up.
Like it, and I'm gonna say this on camera, and we talked about it. Like I wish we had a cameraman so I could be like, hey, bro, give me a close up right here. Like look me in my eyes, but my guys, me as a man, I don't fuck with no dude that don't take care of his kids. Like you'll never be one of my boys.
He's foul as
like,
fuck, dude.
Like, if you denounce your own seed like that, what the fuck I think you gonna do to me
when times get hard?
Like come on, bro. Like anybody who is this man's friend need to quit fucking with him because
they need to all whoop his ass. To be honest,
it's already hard enough in this world as a black man, and I'm speaking as a man that grew up without a dad in his life. This world is hard enough as a black man. But a black man without a fucking daddy in his life, like that's why I'm there for my daughter's little brothers like that. Cause like I love them little dudes like they mine. Like I don't want to see them.
A male presence in their life. That's why we got marriage. That's why we got couples. And that's all I'm gonna say on this subject, because if I go any further, I'm gonna talk about some stuff that I don't need to be talked about on camera.
Yeah, cause just talking about this shit like piss me off, cause it's just like, bruh, how the fuck you gonna do this shit
to an innocent kid who you just produced and put out in the world?
You should have fucking not. You shouldn't have fucked raw.
You shouldn't have been fucking with the girl. Period. If you supposed to been with Khloe Kardashian and her new my bad, not her. Y'all new kid that y'all just had. Man, get up out of here. He need to be slapped up.
And let me say this. For any woman out there, if you got a nigga laying, I'm sorry.
Say it.
If you got a man, you know I be trying to watch the N-word. If you got a man laying next to you and he don't take care of his fucking kids, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because what the fuck you think he gonna do when y'all have one, or if y'all have one?
Is the zucchini / dick / rod that good to have you blowed about your kids that y'all just had? Bruh. Is my statement. Be better.
Yeah.
Do better.
Next one.
Damn it, we coming back to that one because that fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That one pissed me off.
Around here, just
dropping dick in and nutting in and not
producing kids and not taking care of your kids. Just got, man, whatever. Got me hot on that one. Hey, so check this one out though. This is about the principle. If it'll pop up, it ain't popping up on my screen. We got a principal up in Ohio.
I ain't even read this one.
Yeah, she slapped. She was, my bad. She was accused of slapping a student.
FTK, fuck them kids.
She was accused of it. We don't know. She allegedly did it. Anything that would say that everything before she actually did it. Whatever word you want to put in front of that. But she resigned. Which means, to me, you did it. I don't know the particulars behind it, but she slapped some kid allegedly. Now, if it didn't happen, why would you resign?
Yeah, and skimming through the article, it does say that the child was wearing a mask, but underneath was a busted lip and was bleeding.
There you go.
The authorities didn't take any pictures of the injury, but the mother submitted visual evidence as proof.
So let me give you a little bit more clarity on this as well. This is the Our Promise School that LeBron James started up in Cleveland.
Oh shit! This is that school.
Akron, my bad, not Cleveland. Akron, Ohio. It was that school. That principal slapped slob out of somebody's mouth. It's not funny.
It's not, because that was my kid. I would have whooped their ass, bro.
Oh my god!
I would have lost my shit.
Which every parent should.
Like I have no problem with with discipline, but you not finna put your hand. Like,
you shouldn't put your hands on nobody's kid.
Like hell, I'm one of them parents believe they should bring paddling back.
I'll shake the shit out of a kid, but I won't actually hit them.
But slapping, I don't even slap my kids. What
I'm just playing. I ain't gonna put my hands on nobody's kid. I'm gonna look at them real hard though. Like the little girl that bumped into me at the Old Navy. I looked at her so hard. I'm sure she knew the words by my look what I meant to say. But yeah, so yes, she resigned. So she's out of here. She'll get another job somewhere, I'm sure. Or she'll start back teaching or whatever or something. But they got a face in here, so anybody see her, y'all be like, hey, what's up? But no, you shouldn't be slapping folks' kids. That's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny because you slap somebody's kid. All right, so is this the last one? This my last one?
Nah, you got to do the police officer.
Yeah, let me do that one. So a Phoenix police officer resigns. Before I even say this story, so some people came to me last year in 2020, and they were talking about these PPP loans.
Mm-hmm.
How you can get one for businesses, be they real or fake or whatever. You know, you can get thousands and thousands of dollars or whatever.
Up to about 20.
Notice what the thing says. It's a PPP loan. That means you got to pay that shit back.
Well, hold on. So with that, they were doing loan forgiveness.
On some of them, not all of them.
Right. There were certain qualifications.
Yeah, to meet the qualifications.
Because I had somebody come to me, because from where I was doing the studio full time.
You can get a loan.
Right. And then they didn't say, and one of the things they don't tell you is when they file that paperwork, they're gonna put that you made about $100,000 for that, the year prior, which means at that point you need to go back and amend your last year's tax return. So now you committing fraud because you lying to the IRS. So, but that's the things they don't tell you that I almost found out the hard way. Luckily, you know everything about it. Luckily, I ain't get one, but yeah. So yeah, on the paperwork they put you make about $100,000, which
you pencil whipping it,
and you get 20. You'll get about $20K back. All right, now if you think about it, if you do taxes on $100,000, it is about $20K. So when you go back and amend your prior year's tax return, you're going to be paying back in taxes the amount of money they just gave your ass for the most part, because now you saying, hey, I made this much money last year. I didn't file it right.
Correct.
All right, cool. Now we need to tax your ass based off of what you saying now.
Correct. And that's all they doing. Everybody out here pencil whipping these papers, sending them in, getting this money.
And they not telling you how much they putting on there that you done made.
Right.
And that's what's fucking people up.
And that's what messed this chick up, the Phoenix police officer. She just got caught up in all that mess too. And I can't pull it up because I don't know why. But yeah.
Let's see. She was in Arizona.
This is Arizona police.
Tony Richardson was arrested on accusation she submitted a fraudulent application for the PPP program and received. Damn. She should have known.
How much did she get?
She should have known they was going to audit her ass.
How much did she get?
$1.3 million in loans.
In the hell is giving out this money without no return on it?
1.3.
She came up. She came up big.
Yeah.
But you gotta know, y'all, that this It's a freaking loan, dude. Girl, lady, Miss Officer. Like Lil Wayne said, little Miss Officer.
I hate that because, you know, I hate to see anybody.
But if you defrauding the government or defrauding anybody, you going to get caught. It's always some kind of way you going to get caught. Especially if you out here flexing with $1.3 million.
Well, hey, everything would have been in my kid's name, my mama's name. With none of that shit been in my name. That way they can't take shit back.
It don't matter. You defraud the government of this money. They going to come and say, how in the hell or why in the hell do you need this amount of money for this stuff that you doing? And especially if you ain't got no evidence of the stuff that you doing.
Yeah, like that's that white collar crime.
Yeah.
That boy, hey.
Come on now.
She gonna do anywhere from 4 to 7.
Easy. As a police officer. So she getting a business when she get in there.
I wonder if women jails are like the men.
Yeah, they are. I'm sure they are. You always got somebody trying to run it. And yeah. Tony Richardson, boy, I tell you. And she look good. She looks real good. She took advantage of the CARES Act, which would, they was giving out all that money back last year, trying to get the economy back started and this, that, and the other. She took advantage of it, which is, I'm not surprised. That's all I can say. So she got indicted. She said she needed the money to keep her business afloat, and I don't know if they was gonna fire her, and then she turned around and said, "I'm quitting."
Because it always look better when you quit.
That way you can get a job somewhere else.
Yeah.
Phoenix. Wow.
All right. And the next one's from the hometown.
Yeah, hometown. Right here in Chattanooga. I had to put this out there because I want to reach out to her. I don't know if she can hear this or whatever, but I'm going to reach out to her.
I know somebody that's good friends with her.
I'm going to reach out to her. We're going to have her on the show. Actually, I'm trying to get a couple of guys from the council to come talk to us about and Chattanooga City stuff.
I love to have her on. She from my like right here. Like she's over this.
But she definitely need to be here. So,
actually. Yeah, I need them to repaint the bike lane up here because my kids can't even walk to the store and be safe because the bike lane line's gone. So, cars be all over the place now.
Yeah. So, man, why is my shit not popping up?
Let's see. Yeah, my time.
So the councilwoman, sorry. This was on the news just like a couple of days ago. Demetrius Coonrod. Is a councilwoman, and she got elected. She went through the whole process here in Chattanooga, and it's still not coming up. But she said we ain't got enough black folks in government. Basically, I'm just paraphrasing right now, but basically she's saying we ain't got enough black folks in government, and I want her to expound on that. And she got free range to say whatever she want to on this podcast. And actually, I think what we'll do is go live on that one as well. And I agree to some extent. Now, here's my extent. If you are not qualified to be in these positions that they have, you shouldn't be applying and you shouldn't be considered for the job. My look on it is you want the best person for the job that's going to do the best job for the city, the community, the county, all that. That's my take on it. I don't care. I don't give a damn what color you are. Your interest should be making it better for the citizens that stay in this city.
So, and I'll say this. I agree with you there. But we know over our city's history, people in position of power to make changes and all that it's predominantly white.
Yeah.
So we do need some people of color so we can get that other side of it. Like, hey, it's one of those. I grew up like this, so I know what how it is, and I know what we would have enjoyed. Like, one of my big things right now, and I want to try to get back to that is when I grew up, we used to have I used to play basketball, baseball, all that for the rec centers. Mm-hmm. It was basically the PAL League, Police Athletic league. So it's sponsored by the police department. Like, so it made the cost cheaper for kids. Like, I think it was on like $15-$20 because, you know, it was funded. Now it's $100 a kid and all that. And some people can't afford that.
So how you gonna do that when you defunding the police? Are you took that money somewhere else? Or you giving it for that? That's my question. It's a lot of intricate pieces to this whole thing now.
So where people get the defunding of the police,
I mean, we just talking now.
Yeah,
This guy ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So where people get what people get wrong about defunding the police, and there's another person I want to have on the show is Marie Mott. Like that's
definitely. We've been talking about this chick for the longest. This female, not chick, but female.
Like
about getting her on the show. She wants to speak her mind as well as about all the stuff that's going on in the city. I agree.
With that though, like my brother-in-law is a police officer, and so he was all upset about it because like what people don't understand is, and I got this from Marie. They're not saying cut salaries. Well, I'm sorry, they're not saying cut the officers' salaries, like or anything like that. But what the city of Chattanooga, like they needed one of their things that was on their list of things to buy was a new bomb drone, a bomb disposal unit drone, right? Okay, what's wrong with the one you got? Have we used it? Is it messed up? Why you need a new one if it ain't broke?
It's probably out of date.
But does
technology-wise?
But does it work?
I'm probably sure it does.
Okay. So why do you need to spend $1 million on one of those?
You don't.
So that's what defunding means. So it's like, spending, 300,000. Like I'm just pulling figures out because I don't remember what it was because it's been a while. But I did look over some of the stuff because I was real interested in that. Spending $300,000 on target rounds for the police department.
What?
It was shit like that on the list. That's what they meant by defunding the police, is taking like, okay, yeah, you need target rounds, but do you need $300,000 worth?
I would think not.
So that's what defunding the police actually means. So I'd love to have Marie on here so she could go over some of that with us.
What we'll do.
So I'll reach out to her.
We'll reach out to her. And actually, this will probably be coming into the new year when we do this episode because, like I said, I want Miss Coonrod. I want Mr. Bird, Miss
Mott.
All these people to come through.
I tell you one thing though, we can't have Miss Coonrod and Miss Mott on here at the same time.
No, I said three. I said 3 different episodes. Okay. I said 3 different episodes. I wouldn't. We do 3 different episodes. Everybody say their piece. Like I said, this is free range. You can say whatever you want to, be it true or false. We're gonna fact check you too. So if you're gonna come on here and tell lies and try and further your agenda, you're gonna get shot down. Period. I'm gonna say that now too, because I'm gonna do my homework as well. We got the computer here. I got my iPad here. We can look up all kind of stuff. So that's don't even try that. But we're gonna have them on the three different shows. Everybody's gonna say their piece. And if you're on here trying to campaign for your next office thing run or whatever, no, we ain't gonna have that either. You might want to.
I mean, you can say you can say your piece. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you can't do that. Like,
you can speak about it, but we talking about real issues that's affecting the city and the county. If we can find somebody from the county to come over too, because I know they got county commissioners. Had them come on, they talk a little bit too, and find out what's best for the county as well, because we all got to live here. They are in positions of power to say yay or nay.
So I got a question for you, like doubling back to your original point. What makes someone qualified to be in a position? Like, I'll say this, like city council members. And I'm not going to say this in any disrespectful way, because this is one of my homies I've known forever, like easily 20 years. Mm-hmm. Like I use Anthony Bird. Mm-hmm. Like that's the homie. Like I want to, he's city council member. Like mm-hmm. what qualifications do people have?
What's the basic qualifications?
What qualifications do you need in order to run for like a city council member? Like, so I'd love to have them on here to talk about that.
I don't know. I'm not running for office. I'm gonna tell you that now. I got too much stuff in my closet. I can't run for shit.
Cause like I said though, y'all whoever listens to this, I'm not saying anything bad about Bird. Like I love Bird. Like I'm just using him as an example.
Right.
Cause
Let's
I know
clarify
him.
that too, so they'll know.
Yeah, because I don't want nobody saying, oh, Rick was talking about. No,
we weren't talking about it.
I got love for that man. I've known him 20 years.
I know him a little bit too. I used to go to some of his parties.
So you so you know. So anyway. You know, I just want to know like what qualifications, and I'm not just saying city council member. I'm saying like what position in any position, because there's people that get these jobs and they're not qualified at all.
Right. They get them on the, hey, I know you. This, that, and the other.
Whether that be like a treasurer for the city or whatever. Like
you gotta have some kind of degree or something if you're working with money, I would think. Some kind of accounting degree, something. Yeah, I mean, you just can't go up in there and say, I want this job because I know how to count. You really can't do that. I know for a fact you can't do that.
Yeah.
But if it's an elected thing, then it's all about
who you know,
popularity, and who you know. I mean, you can drown this place in your name and say I'm this, that, and the other. And you can probably get elected. That works in politics. Period. I'm not just saying the city. That works national, state, the whole nine. Popularity will get you into an office. Who knew? For some of us. I ain't gonna say all of us. But that being said, man, we've done our piece. We said what we had to say. We did the red flags deal. Like I said, we're gonna have a female perspective on it. We're gonna come back and visit this one again because I'm sure I just cut like the tip of the iceberg off of it. Cut the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of people got a lot of stuff they want to. I mean, just like, for example, you know for a fact it's a red flag if you out somewhere and somebody just stay drunk the whole time. Do you think they gonna all of a sudden just be sober around you when they drink all the time? That would be a red flag, period. So, I mean, I didn't cover them all. I'm just giving an example. But we're going to cover it again. We're going to have some more guests here, I'm sure. We're working on bunch of stuff that's going on coming up on the pipeline. Want y'all to know that for sure. Y'all can see this one today since we went live. If you tuned in, I don't know how many people we got watching, but you can catch it here now. Or next Thursday to be out, and it'll be Christmas 2 days before Christmas, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 days before Christmas. So y'all check it out then. So it was good to have y'all on, even though nobody called.
We're more likely
we'll do it again.
Once we get the video side of it like all the way worked out.
I'm gonna get a cameraman
to where we don't have bugs and stuff.
Get some close ups and all that stuff.
We can. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah. But yeah.
We'll do something. Yeah. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do some more stuff. Like I said, we got some stuff down the pipeline. We're gonna work on. We're gonna try and blow this thing up some more. I'm gonna reach out to some folks in the city here and see if we can get some stuff going. Get our name out there a little bit more, and that's gonna be it, man. Oh, just so y'all know, go to YouTube. We need help on the. Was it the analytics part of it?
Yeah.
Or the whatever you want to call it. Subscribe, like, and share. We need that to get some stuff started. Like I can say it on my personal Facebook page. We need 1,000 subscribers.
The road to 1,000.
The road to 1,000. That's what we need, and that's what we're pushing for now. So, like the show, subscribe. Even if you don't watch it all the time, if it ain't entertaining, just subscribe anyway. We need the help. I'm begging right now. We need the help. We got a lot of stuff we want to do. We want to put out there.
All right, Casey.
No, more like Keith Sweat. Because he begged a whole lot. But with all that being said, man, it was good to have y'all on. And we appreciate y'all supporting us, whoever is supporting us, like Jerry and Tom and Corey.
Oh, Travis said, what up?
Travis, what's going on? Good to see you. Even though you can't see me. I mean, I can't see you. Wow, that was kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, do that for us, man, so we can get out here and get some stuff started and help blow this thing up. Because we're trying to put chat on the map again outside of Usher, even though he's from Atlanta. Y'all know how that go. But anyway, That being said, we out of here, man. We're going to holler at y'all out. Peace. Be safe. Happy holidays once again, because this is going to come out the week before Christmas. And
the week of Christmas.
Actually, the week of Christmas. Sorry. Couple of days before Christmas. Yeah. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Whatever you believe.
Whatever you believe in. Merry, happy. All right?
On that note,
peace. Man. We out of this piece. Get it.